Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Valentine card by creating a stencil using the Heart Slimline thin cut. Okay, so I'm going to use some Nuvo glitter gel along with the Heart Shaker thin cut, some papers from Smitten, and some stencil film. This is from Graphics. It used to be sold by closetomyheart, but that's been retired, but you can still find it on Amazon. Okay, so I've got a piece of this stencil film, and I'm going to run my Heart Slimline thin cut through my Big Shot using the stencil film. So I'm going to create a stencil out of this slimline thin cut. Okay, so I've got my longer plates here, and you do have to go back and forth several times to make sure it cuts completely. And then I'll poke out all those little bits, and we'll skip ahead in just a second. Okay, so I've created my stencil here. All right, so I'm going to use scarlet cardstock, and I'm cutting a piece that is the size of a slimline card, which is 3.5 by 8.5. And then I'm going to tack it down to my all-purpose mat using some purple tape. Okay, so the Nuvo glitter gel that I'm using, the color is called Garnet Red. So I've got my cardstock tacked down to my all-purpose mat, and then I'm laying my stencil over it, and I'm also tacking it down using some purple tape. I probably should have put a couple more pieces at the base, but it worked. Okay, so I'm going to scoop out some of this glitter gel and just lay some down at the top of the stencil. And getting it rather thick because I'm going to pull it all down using a scraping tool so that I get it all flat. So I'm just pulling it down the whole stencil. And almost got to the bottom. There are a couple of areas where it got too thin, so just adding a little bit more and then scraping it down, keeping it all flat. Okay. You do have to work rather quickly because when this stuff dries, it's like cement and it doesn't come off. So get everything scraped off and the extra, put it back in the jar. And now the reveal. So I'm going to peel off that stencil. And ta-da! Okay, so get everything cleaned up right away, and then you can go back to work. All right, so now I have my Smitten pattern paper, and I'm going to create my shaker. So I need about 3.5 inches, and I'm just looking at the little sayings that are on this paper and kind of deciding where I want to cut out. So what is going to be showing in my shaker window. Okay, so if you want to save paper, just go right over to the edge. I kind of cherry picked which area I wanted to cut out. Okay, totally up to you. So I'm going to place this down and run this through my Big Shot. Cut this out. This is the larger heart. It's part of the Heart Shaker thin cut set. So this will be the base of my shaker. And then I'm going to run some white glitter paper through using the frame. And this is going to be the overlay on top of the shaker. So I'll run that through a couple times, make sure it cuts completely. And then I decided that I wanted a frame around my stenciled piece. So I've got some more scarlet cardstock, and this is the shaker frame slimline thin cut, and I'm going to run that through. And it creates a stitched frame, so I'll have that around the edges of my heart background. Okay. All right. Now I have all my components, and now I can start making my shaker. So I have the acetate film, and I've kind of started the protective coating so that it'll be easy to pull off. And then I'm just pulling away this heart shape from the foam. The center of it, you can save those for another project. And then I'm going to lay this heart frame down on my pattern paper. I'm going to add some mini hearts and some bitty gems in red and some mulberry gems in the center. You can put whatever you like in the middle there. Kind of picking out some of the lighter pink colors because they didn't show really well. I want more red in there. And then some bling with that mulberry. And then I'll just pull off the protective coating off the foam. And then I'll lay my acetate down on top of it. And then I'll pull that protective coating off. And I've got my shaker. So I'm going to take some Tombow tape runner and get some adhesive down on this glitter frame. Tape runner or some type of clear adhesive works best when you're creating your shakers. It sticks the best to the acetate. And then I'll just lay that down on top. I've got my shaker. Super cute. Okay. And then I've got my sentiment, which says Happy Valentine's Day. These are from Paper Roses. They're pre-printed. It's white on black, and it's on a heavyweight cardstock. And so I'm just going to dovetail both ends to create kind of a banner. Okay, and then that's going to be popped with some thin foam tape. So I'll put some foam tape down. And by now my stenciled glitter has dried. Okay, so it's ready to go. Now I can start assembling the card. So I have a slimline card base, and I've created another banner shape out of the leftover white glitter paper. It's just a little bit bigger than my sentiment. And I'm going to use some stickers from Smitten as well. So instead of putting the adhesive down on the back of my glittered piece, I'm not quite sure it's completely dry yet. So I'm putting my adhesive on my card base and then adding it on top. Okay, instead of having to flip it over. And then I'll add my stitched frame around the edges there. I'm using some tape runner. Get that going. I kept running out of tape runner, so I had to pick another one each time. Okay, so that's ready to go. And then I'm going to adhere my shaker to my card, and I need some really strong adhesive, so I'm using some score tape. I'm just covering this whole backing with a whole bunch of strips of score tape so it sticks to that glitter. I want to make sure it stays attached to my card front. So I'll get that down. And then I'm going to assemble my little sentiment. And I'm also going to pop that glittered piece with some thin foam tape as well. So get that down. Get that attached, and then I'm going to attach my sticker, which says, P.S. I love you. So all of these supplies are currently available in my online store. The Smitten collection is available until the end of February. And I'll make a list with links in the description below. And again, you can get that graphics stencil film on Amazon. And there's my finished card. I think it turned out cute. I hope you give this a try. I appreciate you watching my video today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. I have quite a few in the library there. And if you like this video, please hit the like button as well. And thanks for watching.